disgraced gun trace task force, alleging police harassed him for years. Hello, everybody. I'm Denise Koch.
And I'm Vic Carter. Kevron Evans, also known as Young Moose, claims he was falsely arrested and imprisoned.
Now, his lawyer says he now fears police because of his encounters with officers over the past 8 years, and he is also suing several former officers now in prison on corruption charges.
WJZ investigator Mike Helgren is live at City Police Headquarters with more on these allegations. Mike.
Vic, Denise, in the lawsuit, Young Moose's attorneys cite incident after incident where police targeted him, and one detective in particular. Now, Baltimore City has already paid out more than $10 million to settle claims related to the gun trace task force. 27-year-old Baltimore artist, better known as Young Moose, once rapped about former city police detective Daniel Herschel. I swear to God, he ain't right. And is now suing him and others, alleging false imprisonment and false arrest.
Here he was, helpless, because who's going to believe his word over the word of a police officer?
In his lawsuit, Evans alleges his run-ins with Herschel started back in 2012 after his arrest outside a bar on East North Avenue. And he claims Herschel planted crack cocaine on him.
Whenever Mr. Evans would ask, "Why are you doing this to me?" Officer Herschel would point to his badge and say, "Because I can."
Herschel is now in prison, serving an 18-year sentence for his role in the gun trace task force scandal. The GTTF was an elite police unit whose officers robbed citizens. 6 other members of the GTTF and 2 current officers are named in the lawsuit. Police say they won't.
A judge sentenced Sergeant Wayne Jenkins to 25 years in federal prison.
You have a gun and cocaine, probably I would say 2 1/4 just by looking at it.
The former head of the corrupt Baltimore Police Gun Trace Task Force wept and apologized for crimes that prosecutors say included at least 10 armed robberies, planting evidence, falsifying overtime, and selling $1 million worth of drugs, including prescriptions looted from pharmacies after Freddie Gray's death.
Do you have anything you'd like to say on behalf of your brother?
No, sir.
Jenkins' family declined comment, but he wept in court, apologizing to his loved ones and the people of Baltimore, including victims like the Davis sisters, whose dad died after Jenkins wrongfully started a car chase.
7 years later, we find out that corrupt cops who swore to protect and serve were nothing more than criminals. He apologized for it, Mr. Jenkins, but it still hurts. It still hurts.
What did you think of his apology? Did you think it was sincere?
I believe it was sincere.
Oh, yo, it's Big Ant, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in on Young Moose. They supposed to be pressing to have him awarded $300,000 in this settlement on this police corruption lawsuit that he put out. Now, them 2 clips y'all just saw, I'm going to have a link in the description. That is based off of this task force in Baltimore that was completely just out here dogging people out in the streets, bro. Even at the end right there, y'all seen somebody die. Now, in Young Moose case, bro, I've been tapped into Young Moose before I even started a YouTube channel. Me and my boy Cash Money B-Lo, we follow a lot of different cities' rap scenes. Baltimore was one of those. We were tapped in, Young Moose, YBS Scholar, Long Live Up Next, Lord Scooter. You know, they lost a couple guys on their team, even one recently also I had seen. So, you know, y'all hold y'all head, keep doing y'all thing. Young Moose with the OTM. If I'm not mistaken, he was supposed to be locked in with Boosie on a venture and everything like that. Also YG Tech and everybody else out of Baltimore doing their stuff. Shout out YG Addy, the whole Marino Infantry, Louis. You know what I'm saying? They doing their stuff in Baltimore. I follow the culture. But I always knew Baltimore had this corrupt stuff going on, bro. I remember seeing a video of the police. They got caught on camera planting crack on some young teenagers, bro. Caught on video. And it got hot out here. I'm sweating now, but we gonna get the job done. This is the system I talk about that y'all act like don't exist. See, I got the people in now. So I can come in and talk this real shit. Yeah, we gonna cover the bullshit. We gonna cover the drama, the other shit that's entertainment for the business side of this. But this one I want to talk like this when I got my people ears, the real ear of some serious shit. $300,000 can't get that time back, my nigga. You get $300,000, cut that in half in taxes. But guess what? The system told Moose, this is what your motherfucking time is worth, nigga, $300,000. We could just pay you that. If he try to fight it and take it further in the court, it gets way more expensive and way more money. And then, guess what? It's going to be even less of a piece of a pie. It's going to be more stress, more damage, more time consuming, and that lawsuit might not come, and he might not get paid to years and years down the line. He need this money now. And ain't nothing wrong with him needing that money now because he already did that time. You see what I'm saying? That's the system that we live in. Like, nigga, we'll lock your black ass up, nigga, for something you did not do. He on the songs telling them this dude ain't right. But guess what? Because he a rapper, because he a street nigga with the Baltimore style slugs, man, that nigga full of shit. He a bullshit nigga. Do we have niggas in the hood that are doing bad? You fucking right. Do we have niggas in the hood that's robbing, killing, da-da-da? You right. We got to take responsibility and accountability for our issues. But America still ain't took responsibility and accountability for theirs. They still ain't told, they ain't came out and said they displaced niggas. They ain't came out and said we broke up y'all homes. They ain't came out and said, hey man, 400 plus years of slavery, plus another 150 years almost of segregation. Only 56 years where it's been outlawed for us to look at y'all as equal for having black skin, no colors allowed, no blacks allowed. That was only 56 years ago. All of this has been the displacement and the things and the after effect, the cause and effects of what's going on in our communities. And we still got people getting paid by tax dollars to fuck over niggas and lock niggas up. By tax dollars, my nigga. The money that we dishing out, they using that money to not only get paid on the clock, fake overtime, all that shit, but to still go put drugs back into the community and rob and take advantage of niggas who losing in life. When it comes to a scheme of American dream and success, the line of poverty is of what they bring in. Look at that family, bro. Look how our people really is. They don't point that side out how forgiving they was. They didn't have no grudge against this dude. They said, yo, we can't trust the police if you watch the whole thing. But I think he was sincere. I don't think he was. I think he was sad because he got caught. For me to believe you sincere, nigga, you would have had to stop before. You thought it was cool to go in the streets and lock innocent young kids up with this task force. Innocent young niggas trying to make it. Putting crack on them, dogging them out. Pulling up, I know how they do, pull up on the block, know about 10, 15 niggas out there. Which one of these niggas we want to put a case on today so we get some overtime? Cities like Baltimore, man, they fucked up. Corruption, poverty, them niggas going through it. Hold y'all head out there, bro. But I like when this stuff get exposed. Shout out to Young Moose, man. Do your stuff. Shout out to DMV Hoods and News out there. They cover Baltimore too. They showed me love when I first started. And post, whenever I cover something out of Baltimore, Maryland, Virginia, they repost it most of the time. So shout out to them, my boy over there, DMV Hoods and News. This shit different, bro. This ain't what's supposed to be going on. But when I come out and say something about it, oh man, stop complaining. And guess who tell me stop complaining more than anybody? My own motherfucking people. That's all I be talking about. Stay on your pivot. We got more shit coming, more videos, all that. 1000. Stay on your pivot for shit show.